the children that they didn't use or they didn't want, they used them for alligator bait. Look it up. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. This is a fact. This monogamy has changed to what it is now because they want to control the breeding. And that's what's happening. Because back in the beginning, wives was giving their husbands other wives. Here's another wife for you. I'm barren. Here's a wife for you. It's about the lineage. It's about that carrying on a name. Salakia, sir. We had 2 comments. I took that out the chat, Yash. We have two questions, Salakia. So the first question, sir.
Can y'all hear me fine? Can y'all hear me well?
Colonel Khan, sir, we hear you perfectly fine.
Khan.
The first question was from the sister, right? Can you pull that scripture, the first scripture that we was talking about? That was Genesis 6 and what?
16 and verse 3.
We was at Genesis 16 and verse 3. So when Sarah, and both the questions is in the same chapter, Sarah gave her maid servant to her husband. And the sister said, did the maid have to agree, or did she just have to do it?
Okay, read the scripture.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 16, verse 3. And Sarah, Abram's wife, took Hagar, her maid, the Egyptian, after Abram had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to her husband Abram to be his wife.
Okay, and the question is, if she agreed,
did the maid did she have to agree, or did she just have to do it? Period.
Okay. Well, the scripture doesn't say if Hagar agreed or disagreed, right? However, it was done.
Right.
So to answer the sister's question properly, right? Hagar did it. Right? Hagar did it like most women would never do because of America and because of Christianity and because of our oppressor. So let's focus on the fact that she did it. And no one else today can and will. Sarah did it. Sarah herself offered Hagar to be another rib, right? Another rib of Abram's, which eventually becomes Abraham. If you can, real quick, give me 2 Peter. If you can find, give me that scripture, 2 Peter, where it says, "The ye daughters ye are."
Say it again, sir. You went out. 2 Peter what? Is it 2 Peter's?
First Peter 3 and 6.
First Peter
3 and 6. Yeah.
And Salakia, just to say, to piggyback on what you said, right? If you read in the very next verse, right? If you read in the very next verse of that same scripture, if you read Genesis 16 and 4, it says Abram went unto Hagar and she conceived. That's the very next verse. So
indeed.
So she did it willingly. She did it willingly, and she had to have done it willingly because she conceived right away too. Salakia, sir. But go ahead.
It's the book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, verse 6. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham.
So Sarah obeyed Abraham. Keep that in mind. Like Sarah was an excellent wife on the basis that she obeyed Abraham.
Right.
Not just listen, not just hear him out, but she obeyed him. Go ahead.
Good.
Calling him Lord.
Calling him what?
You are.
You gotta slow it down. Gotta slow it down for my taste out. You gotta let these brothers and sisters taste what's being said here. All right.
I was raised right then because I say it to them all the time. You gotta let them taste these words, sir.
Indeed. One more time.
It's the book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord.
Calling him Lord. See, here's the thing. Sarah called Abraham Lord, but you call your husband ain't Nigga. That's what you call him. You understand? But Sarah called Abraham, Lord. Adawan in the Hebrew, someone who has power and authority. Go
Right.
ahead.